Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for joining me today. This week I got an order for one of the signs in my Etsy shop that I absolutely love. This is one that I keep in stock all the time, but this one happens to need custom colors. So I'm going to bring you guys along for the fun. We're going to be creating the sign that says throw kindness around like confetti. It's really cute. So let's just get started. I've got a black chalkboard out of my stash, and the first thing I'm going to do is take my very well loved confetti part of this transfer and I'm going to fuzz it up. Even though it has been used several times, this is a super flat surface. It's very slick. I have waxed it because it is also wood, but I want to be careful that I'm not going to distort my transfer, so I'm going to go ahead and fuzz it up some more. I'm just using our fuzzing cloth to do that on the terry cloth side. That is the side that the tag is sewn into, so you can tell really easily which side is for fuzzing and which side is for drying. All right, we're done fuzzing that part up, and let's move our board and just make it easy on ourselves. I'm gonna go ahead and start a little bit low, and then I'm gonna do another layer up at the top so that I can get good coverage. I want to cover those holes where my hanger is going to be. Just love this confetti. I've used it for lots of things. Trying to get it on there somewhat straight. It is forgiving, but I want it to be as straight as I can get it. And I'm going to go ahead and go over this with a mini squeegee just to get air bubbles out of the design. Oh goodness. There we go. This is a lot of silkscreen right here, and because the design itself is actually shorter, is longer in length than my board is, there's not a lot to hold on to it right there, so just be cautious of that when you're making this one. This is retired, but you can find it in some of the chalk sites, especially some of the designers are able to get it through our In Search Of sites for retired pieces. So if you love this one and you want to make it yourself, then you can certainly still look for it. And if you are just interested in having a finished sign, my contact information happens to be in the description box. I do sell all of my finished work. Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit of gold shimmer paste. So pretty. This is one of my favorites. And I'm just going to go ahead and load it on here. And cover all that confetti. I'm not worried about using too much because the excess is going to go right back in the jar once I've got it all nice and covered. Those confetti pieces are so cute. And I may go ahead and do some more down the side after I get the words on. We'll just see what it needs. So the excess is going right back in the jar. You'll be able to see this design through your actual paste when you're pulling it off so that you know you've got it pulled off well. Making sure that I don't have any blank spots. And there's all of that excess. That's it for the gold. So let's go ahead and pull that up. And I'm going to set it to the side because I am going to use it again. That is fantastic. I'm loving how it looks already. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and speed things up as I dry this transfer. I'm going to dry the design on the screen, and I'm going to speed you guys up so you don't have to listen to that noise of the drying. I'm just using a heat gun, but you can also do this with a hair dryer on a cool setting. And if you don't have either of those, you can always just let it air dry. Once it's dry, you can go on to the next layer safely. You just want to fuzz the next layer really well also. I'm going to let my board come right back to room temperature. You don't want it to be warm at all when you put your design transfer back on it, because it can help hold the design transfer really tightly to your board, and then you have got distortion or possibly stretching out your design or even ripping it. Nice and dry. Still not completely cold. Flip it around, and I'm going to come in here and I'm going to overlap at the very top of the board so that I can get that gold coverage. This is just an extra step that I like to do. Pull the excess right off. Let's see. We're going to let that dry a bit and see if we need to hit it one more time. So cute. Let's just go ahead and add a few more dots in on either side, just to bring it down a little bit further. Oh yeah, that's really cute. Now I'm not worried about this little spot that went over the edge, because I'm going to be able to clean that up just with a Q-tip and some water. I'll spray a little water on my work mat, take a little Q-tip, get it wet, and voila, that is all gone. Just going to dry it for good measure. This next part says throw kindness around like confetti. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing and fuzz it up. You can see this one is well used. Don't worry about any staining because it doesn't hurt your design at all. The silk string is still ready to go. I think I'm going to move it up just a smidge. This part's going to be super easy as well because we're just doing it all in white. Make sure our words don't have any air bubbles, and they do not. And I've got my super stash of white off to the side, so let me just grab that. I'm going to grab a stir stick and put some on the design. And I'm going to use my angled squeegee for this one, as it makes very quick work of moving the paste around. All that excess right back in the jar. Okay, let's peel it and reveal it. Straight up. Oh, I got some air bubbles. Oh my goodness. Okay, guys, we're just going to let this dry completely, and then I'm going to clean it up, and I'll show you guys how I do that as well. Just taking a Q-tip and going over the little smudge that I went off of the screen. It's just damp with water, not dripping. And now I'm going to take that same Q-tip and I'm going to go in where the, I'll bring this up so you can see it. I'm going to go in where the transfer had a little bit of an air bubble, and I'm just going to remove that excess. Just on the outside. Now it's important that when you do this, you go ahead and let your chalk paste be completely dry. Otherwise, what tends to happen is you're going to smear the wet chalk paste, and you don't want that. Worst case scenario, you wipe it off and start over. That is what I love about Chalk Couture. It's completely forgiving. Just want those lines to be nice and crisp. I'm going to grab a clean Q-tip. And take any residue off. I love how easily this cleans up. Alright guys, that's it for this project. I hope that this has inspired you to try Chalk Couture. I would love to be your designer of choice. My links are in the description box below, and my Etsy shop is where you can find projects like this or any other custom project that you're looking for. You can reach out to me through Etsy and I'll be happy to give you a quote. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button down below and then go over and click the little bell. That's going to let you know each time that I upload new videos, and I would love to have you along for the fun. Remember, be good to yourselves, be good to each other, and happy crafting.